welcome to our channel. Today, we're diving into some essential military tips that can help you in various situations. Whether you're an outdoor enthusiast, venturing into the unknown, or just looking to be more prepared for whatever life throws your way, these tips are invaluable. We're talking about the skills that can mean the difference between making it out of a tough spot, or well, not being so lucky. Now, I've spent my life pushing the limits, facing challenges head-on in some of the most unforgiving places on Earth. And let me tell you, these military methods, they're not just for soldiers. They're for anyone who wants to feel more confident, more capable, and more ready to face the unexpected. So, buckle up, get ready to learn, and most importantly, remember, survival is an attitude. It's about having the knowledge, the skills, and the will to make it through, no matter what. Let's get started. Alright, let's kick things off with the most essential element for survival: water. Trust me, out in the wild, thirst is your biggest enemy. You can go without food for a while, but dehydration will take you down fast. That's why you always, and I mean always, need to have a trusty water bottle on hand. Think of it as your lifeline, your best friend in the wild. And it's not just about carrying water. It's about knowing where to find it too. Remember, nature provides. You just have to know where to look. Look for flowing water sources like streams and rivers. And if you're unsure about the purity, boil it or use a water filter. Now, I've had to drink from some pretty questionable sources in my time, but purification tablets can be a lifesaver in a pinch. Trust me, you don't want to mess around with dodgy water. It can lead to all sorts of nasty surprises. And believe me, I've had my fair share of those. Another critical point: ration your water wisely, especially in survival situations. It's easy to get caught up in the moment and guzzle it down, but you need to make it last. Take small sips, conserve your energy, and remember, every drop counts. So stay hydrated, my friends. It's the foundation of survival, the key to staying sharp, and the difference between conquering the challenge and tapping out. In the military, we live by the saying, ounces equal pounds and pounds equal pain. And let me tell you, there's nothing worse than lugging around a heavy backpack when you're miles from civilization. That's why packing light is crucial. You need to be agile, adaptable, and ready to move at a moment's notice. So, what are the essentials? A good knife, a fire starter, a first aid kit, a compass and map, a water bottle, and a high-energy snack bar. These are your lifeline, your tools for survival. Pack them carefully, make sure they're easily accessible, and ditch anything that's not absolutely necessary. Remember, every item you carry should serve a purpose. A multi-purpose tool is your best friend, something that can be used for various tasks. And don't forget about layering your clothing. It's better to have multiple thin layers that you can adjust according to the weather than one bulky jacket. Trust me, I've learned this lesson the hard way. There's nothing more liberating than shedding those unnecessary pounds and moving swiftly through the wilderness. It allows you to cover more ground, conserve energy, and stay one step ahead of any challenge. So pack light, my friends, and move with purpose. It's not about how much gear you carry, but how efficiently you use what you have. Remember, survival is a game of strategy, and every ounce counts. Out in the wild, accidents happen. You could slip, get cut, or even encounter a hostile creature. In those critical moments, knowing basic first aid can be the difference between life and death. And trust me, I've seen firsthand how these skills can save lives. First and foremost, always carry a well-stocked first aid kit. Make sure it includes bandages, antiseptic wipes, pain relievers, and any personal medications you might need. But it's not just about having the tools, it's about knowing how to use them effectively. Learn how to control bleeding, treat a burn, and splint a fracture. These are essential skills that everyone should know, not just seasoned adventurers. You never know when you might need to patch yourself up or help someone in need. Remember, in a survival situation, even a minor injury can quickly escalate into a life-threatening situation if left untreated. Infection can set in, pain can be debilitating, and panic can cloud your judgment. That's why staying calm and acting swiftly is crucial. So equip yourself with the knowledge and the tools to handle medical emergencies. Take a first aid course, practice your skills regularly, and be prepared to act decisively when the situation demands it. Trust me, knowing first aid isn't just about surviving the wild, it's about being prepared for anything life throws your way. Picture this. You're deep in the wilderness, surrounded by towering trees or vast desert landscapes, and the sun is starting to dip below the horizon. You glance at your phone, hoping for a signal, but there's nothing. You're lost, disoriented, and panic starts to set in. This, my friends, is a situation you never want to find yourself in. That's why mastering basic navigation skills is crucial. And I'm not just talking about relying on your phone's GPS. I'm talking about the old school methods, the ones that have guided explorers and adventurers for centuries. Knowing how to read a map and compass is like having a superpower in the wilderness. It gives you the confidence to explore new territories, the ability to retrace your steps, and the peace of mind that you'll always be able to find your way back. Start by learning the basics, orienting yourself with the compass, identifying landmarks, and understanding contour lines on a map. Practice these skills in a familiar environment first, then gradually challenge yourself with more complex terrains. Trust me, it's incredibly satisfying to navigate through the wilderness using nothing but your wits and a compass. Remember, the ability to navigate effectively is directly linked to your survival. It prevents you from wandering aimlessly, conserves precious energy, and ultimately guides you back to safety. In the wild, there are times when you need to disappear, to blend seamlessly into your surroundings, becoming invisible to the untrained eye. Whether you're observing wildlife, avoiding potential threats, or simply seeking a moment of solitude, mastering camouflage techniques is an essential survival skill. Now, camouflage is more than just putting on some camo gear. It's about understanding the art of deception, the subtle nuances of light and shadow, and the importance of blending into your environment. Start by choosing clothing and gear that matches the colors and patterns of your surroundings. But it's not just about what you wear. It's about how you move and position yourself. Avoid silhouetting yourself against the skyline. Break up your outline with natural cover and move slowly and deliberately, mimicking the movements of animals in the area. Remember, the key to effective camouflage is to blend in, to become one with your surroundings. Pay attention to the details. Observe how light interacts with different surfaces, and use natural elements like leaves, branches, and mud to further enhance your concealment. Mastering camouflage is an art form, a skill that takes practice and patience to perfect. But once you've learned to disappear into the shadows, you'll gain a newfound appreciation for the art of stealth and the importance of blending into the wild. Fire. It's the provider of warmth, the cooker of food, the signal for rescue, and the beacon of hope in the darkness. In a survival situation, knowing how to start a fire can mean the difference between a cold, hungry night and a chance at making it through. Now, there are countless ways to start a fire, from using a trusty lighter to mastering the art of friction fire. But regardless of your chosen method, the key is preparation and practice. Gather your tinder, kindling, and fuel before attempting to spark a flame. Tinder should be dry, fluffy material, like birch bark or cottonwood fluff. Kindling consists of small twigs and branches, while fuel is larger pieces of wood that will sustain the fire. Experiment with different fire-starting techniques. Practice striking a ferrocerod rod, mastering the bow drill method, or perfecting your lighter technique. Remember, the ability to start a fire in any weather, with limited resources, is a testament to human ingenuity and a crucial survival skill. It's about understanding the elements, mastering the techniques, and never giving up until those flames are dancing brightly. So learn the art of fire starting, my friends. It's a skill that will serve you well in the wild, providing warmth, sustenance, and the unwavering belief that even in the darkest of nights, there's always a spark of hope waiting to be ignited. The wilderness can be an unforgiving place, especially when the elements turn against you. A sudden downpour, a biting wind, or a scorching sun can quickly sap your energy and threaten your survival. That's why knowing how to build a shelter is paramount. It's about creating a sanctuary, a temporary haven that provides protection from the elements and a sense of security. Now, your shelter doesn't need to be elaborate, it just needs to be functional. Start by finding a suitable location. Look for natural shelters like rock overhangs or fallen trees. If none are available, you can build a simple debris shelter using branches, leaves, and any available natural materials. Remember, the key is to create a structure that will shield you from wind, rain, and potential predators. If you're in a wooded area, a lean-to shelter is a great option. Simply find a sturdy branch, lean it against a tree at a 45-degree angle, and then pile on layers of debris. In more open areas, a debris mound shelter can provide adequate protection. Create a mound of leaves, branches, and other natural materials, making sure to leave an opening for entry and exit. Remember, a well-built shelter can be the difference between a comfortable night's sleep and a miserable, potentially life-threatening experience. So, practice building different types of shelters in various environments. It's a skill that will serve you well, providing protection from the elements and the peace of mind that comes from knowing you have a safe haven in the wild. In the wild, complacency can be your downfall. A lapse in judgment, a moment of distraction, or a failure to notice the subtle signs of danger can have dire consequences. That's why situational awareness is paramount. It's about developing your sixth sense, that heightened state of alertness that keeps you one step ahead of potential threats. Now, situational awareness is more than just looking around. It's about actively observing your surroundings, listening for unusual sounds, and trusting your gut instinct. When you're moving through the wilderness, pay attention to the terrain, the weather conditions, and any potential hazards. Look for signs of animal activity, changes in vegetation, or anything that seems out of place. Remember, the wilderness is constantly changing, and the more aware you are of your surroundings, the better equipped you'll be to respond to any situation. Trust your instincts. If something feels off, if a particular area makes you uneasy, or if you sense danger, don't ignore it. Your intuition is often your best guide in the wild. Remember, situational awareness is not about being paranoid. It's about being prepared. So cultivate this essential skill. Practice observing your surroundings, trust your gut, and never underestimate the importance of being present and aware in the wild. While we always hope for the best, it's crucial to prepare for the worst. In a survival situation, you might encounter a wild animal, a desperate individual, or any number of unforeseen threats. That's why having basic self-defense skills is essential. Now, I'm not talking about becoming a martial arts expert overnight. It's about understanding a few simple techniques that could help you escape a dangerous situation or deter an attacker. Start by learning how to strike effectively, target vulnerable areas like the eyes, nose, and throat. Practice these moves until they become second nature. Remember, your goal is not to engage in a prolonged fight, but to create an opportunity to escape and seek safety. Your voice can be your greatest weapon. A loud, assertive shout can startle an attacker and attract attention. Don't be afraid to fight back. Use whatever you have at your disposal: rocks, sticks, even your bare hands to defend yourself. Remember, self-defense is not about aggression. It's about empowerment. So familiarize yourself with basic self-defense techniques, practice them regularly, and remember that your safety and well-being are paramount. Be confident, be prepared, and never underestimate your ability to defend yourself if the need arises. Survival is not just about physical strength and practical skills. It's about mental fortitude, the unwavering belief in your ability to overcome adversity. In the face of fear, doubt, and uncertainty, it's your mental resilience that will see you through. Now, mental resilience is about cultivating a positive mindset, controlling your emotions, and maintaining focus when everything around you seems to be falling apart. It's about finding that inner strength to keep going, even when the odds are stacked against you. Start by practicing mindfulness. Take a moment each day to quiet your mind, focus on your breath, and cultivate a sense of inner peace. This practice will help you stay grounded and centered, even in the most challenging situations. Remember, fear is a natural response to danger, but it's how you manage that fear that makes all the difference. Don't let fear paralyze you. Instead, use it as fuel to motivate you, to push you beyond your perceived limits. Visualize success. Imagine yourself overcoming obstacles, achieving your goals, and emerging from the experience stronger than ever before. Visualization is a powerful tool that can help you stay positive and focused when the going gets tough. So, cultivate your mental resilience, my friends. It's the one tool that will never let you down. The inner compass that guides you through the darkest of storms and leads you towards the light of survival. Well, there you have it, folks. 10 essential military tips that can help you navigate the unpredictable terrain of life, whether you're venturing into the wilderness or facing everyday challenges. Remember, these skills are not just about survival. They're about building confidence, resilience, and a deeper connection with yourself and the world around you. Keep practicing, keep learning, and never underestimate the power of human ingenuity. And hey, if you ever find yourself in a real pinch, just remember what I always say: improvise, adapt, and overcome. Thanks for watching. If you found these tips helpful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more content like this. Stay